Welcome to Synagogues of New York, Part 68. We start out in Riverdale, which is a neighborhood in the Bronx, and we have two Jewish houses of worship to check out. The first is the Riverdale Jewish Center. It's Orthodox affiliated. Yitzi Ganak is the rabbi, and he has the smicha from Yeshiva University. This would be considered more of a modern Orthodox congregation in that it has a full-time chazan as well as a yoetzet halacha. The other synagogue is Young Israel Ohav Tzedek of North Riverdale and Yonkers. It too is Orthodox affiliated. Shmuel Hain has been its rabbi since 2006. The congregation was established in 1979 as Young Israel, and it merged with the Ohav Tzedek congregation of Yonkers in 1991. We believe it moved to this location at that same time. We move over to Rochester, which is a city off of Lake Ontario and has about 210,000 residents. And we can show you at least 8 Jewish houses of worship. The first one is Congregation Beth HaKnesses HaChadosh, an Orthodox synagogue. And it claims to be the oldest active Orthodox synagogue in Rochester. It goes all the way back to 1885. The congregation moved to this location in 1962. It had previously been a church which was built in 1925. We believe the current rabbi is Binyamin Sloviter. We're now looking at Congregation Beth Shalom. This one is a modern Orthodox synagogue. It began in 1929. Avi Kalimnik is the rabbi. He is a graduate of the Yeshiva University, but also a native of Rochester. His father, Shaya Kalimnik, is the rabbi emeritus and had been the rabbi since 1976. There's also Chabad Lubavitch of Rochester. Rabbi Nehemiah Vogel is the director, and there is a Saturday morning Shabbat service. Here is Congregation Beth HaMedrash Beth Israel. We believe it is conservative affiliated. And as one can surmise, it is the result of a merger of two synagogues. In the 1870s, two Orthodox congregations united together, becoming Beth Israel. Another congregation, B'nai Israel, joined in 1886. Other synagogues, apart from this one, joined together in 1911 to become Beth HaMedrash HaGadol. The building shown here was purchased in 1964 by Beth HaMedrash HaGadol. At that time, it switched from Orthodox to conservative practice. In 1973, Beth Israel sold its building and merged in with Beth HaMedrash HaGadol to become now called Congregation Beth HaMedrash Beth Israel. We don't believe that the congregation currently has a rabbi. The congregation has also publicly announced that they no longer have a Friday evening Shabbat service, only a Saturday morning one, and are doing joint services with Temple Beth Am on a regular basis. And here is Conservative Temple Beth David. It has services on Saturday mornings for Shabbat, first the Torah study, then regular services. Michael Silbert is the rabbi. Here's another conservative synagogue, Temple Bethel. Leonardo Bertrand is the senior rabbi. Services are held on a daily basis, both morning and evenings. The congregation was founded in 1915. The facility at this site was erected in 1963, but there were major renovations in 2001. Here's Reformed Congregation Temple Brith Kodesh. If this building looks familiar, that's because it's also in use by Temple Beth David. In other words, Beth David is renting space. And no conflict because one is Reformed, the other is conservative. Peter W. Stein is a senior rabbi, and he has been there since 2014. The associate rabbi is Kelly Levy. The congregation goes back to 1848. It started out Orthodox and switched to Reform by 1894. It has about 900 member families. It has a policy of optional wearing of kippot and talitot. And yet another Reformed temple, Emmanuel. Shabbat services are on Friday evenings. Dorora Setel has been its rabbi since August of 2015. This congregation of about 115 families was established in 1953. Our final stop on this tour is another Reformed congregation, Temple Sinai. Alan J. Katz has been its rabbi since 1986. Shabbat services are held on Friday evenings and Saturday mornings, except during the summer when there is no Saturday morning service. The congregation now claims to have a membership of at least 500 families. More tours of synagogues in the state of New York coming up. See you soon.